Elisa's got those memorized.
Emily Brandehoff.
Emily Brandehoff is the painter of our wonderful story today. So we would like to open up to any questions that you guys might have for our actors about the process, about how they felt up here. Does anybody have any questions for? Yes, you down in the front.
Me? Can somebody walk me through how you figured out your once you chose the painting? How did you come to this story? Was it something where it came right away, or was it something where it took a lot of voting and figuring out how did you guys do this? Did you all get it right and come together? What did you do?
Well, we sort of had to pick it first, so we did a little voting where we had our eyes closed, and then we did that. And when we found that was the most favored, we looked at the pictures and pulled the picture, and we looked at the colors and we showed how it made us feel, and then we started looking at what it looks like. What do you think the message is? And we felt the message was somebody, the world is turning into darkness, and there's two people who have light from their spirits, and they're trying to get the world back out of darkness. And random times we all started getting more of the same idea of having somebody having the world into darkness, and then have our two main characters join in from the sidelines. We have the baker, we have the shopkeeper, and we have
The Claw's best friend.
Claw's best friend, Aura, we have Taco Soldier, we have the general.
It's soft top.
And we just decided we should have the bad guy join in, because what's the side? Why is the general being the bad guy? Why is he doing all this, or why is she doing all this? And we also wanted to have somebody on her side to try and help with that solution, but the soldier Soldier Taco favored the lighter side more than she favored the dark side.
So I think what's interesting is that I don't usually work with older groups like this, and so usually it's from 7 to 13, 14, instead of 13, 14 up to 18 or 17 or 18. And this is the one I've not been this involved in motivations of characters in a Camp Carnegie before. And I think it made for a really it was a sort of confusing and complicated process. And I think just because the stories of each of the individual people became so important. And I think if we had another week or 2 or 3 that we could have written an entire novel. And I think we really did try sometimes. The problem wasn't, there was not lack of ideas in this situation. It was trying to figure out, well, how much time do we really have? What are our limitations here? And the drawing back was the really painful part, where it was I love that idea, I love that, but that's another chapter. There's another entire chapter in the story, so more characters were popping up. So this world became very rich. How do we draw that down into a 10, 15-minute production in 5 days, right? And I think something valuable that you guys learned was how much you really can get done in that short amount of time.
A lot of popcorn.
Nice.
Yeah,
We had to ask Canunu, right?
Yeah,
We had this wonderful character that felt so important to all of us, and her name was Canunu, and we had to cut her.
And the boyfriend.
And the boyfriend.
We wanted to have the love story in there, but there just wasn't room, and no boys to cast. So,
was this all fantasy for you guys, or could you relate to the character or the theme of life?
I can relate. We can relate to our
you're always confused about something bad that's going on. So that's how I can relate with my character, you know. I mean, what's really gonna happen, you know, what side to play on, and it is what it is.
Wanting to fight for what you know is right. It's a strong part of my personality and my character's personality. So.
Nice.
And like choosing whether you're going to be on which side and which side is better than each other. Like the light is like the good side and the dark is the bad side. I think everybody would choose the light because it's the right thing to do.
Why do you think Taco had such trouble with that?
Because she was stuck in between light and dark, which would sort of make a neutral color, which is gray. And in real life, she's actually going through a gray situation.
I think it's also because of her family. She had a job as a general, and that was the way to support her family, to get the money, because that gives you a lot of money, especially since he's high up there. And that's the only way to support her family, make sure they're all safe. But she had to drop that to do it.
Yeah, so complicated decisions being made by complicated characters. These weren't like one-sided, simple characters at this point. These were multifaceted, very complicated characters that had a lot of decisions to make in 15 minutes.
You in the back.
Oh, thank you, Amara. Yes, please.
When's the next? When's the next play? I enjoyed it very much.
Next year?
Next year.
Yeah, from this group next year, but I think starting, oh, I wish I had my schedule, in about 2 weeks?
2 weeks
Well, there's
from
next
now.
week, no, there's a next week, and then there's the arts line, so 3 weeks.
I really enjoyed it.
So there's another one coming up. How did you know about this one?
My daughter was there.
Nice.
So, yeah, we need to figure out how to get you that. Do you know when it starts, Elisa? The next one is the middle school Holmes. And they're
The
always
next
going
Holmes
on at
group?
Carnegie.
It's in July, but it's for 3rd through 5th graders. So there will be another performance in here. I don't actually have the actual date. The July, the week of the 20-something.
24th.
24th, look at that. Woo! July 24th, there will be another performance. 3rd through 5th graders, they will have the same painting. So I'm going to be intrigued to see which painting they choose to tell. So they might actually tell the same one, and then to see what kind of story they come up with will be definitely a different.
At 4 o'clock, I think it's 12:30 to 4:30. So July 24th at 4 o'clock, be here for the 3rd and 5th graders. Excellent. Elisa, did you have a...
I did have just one. I just like knowing that there are so many things you have to do. There are so many elements to this process. I want to know what did you think was the hardest thing you had to do, and what was your favorite thing to do out of the process?
The hardest was memorizing the lines.
Oh yeah.
That's a short amount of time, yeah.
Even though we wrote them ourselves, it was still kind of like
Yeah.
fun.
It was hard memorizing the lines, and the hardest thing for me was trying not to laugh while saying soldier talk.
I know, but I'm next to you.
Because the first time we went through the rehearsal, we all just started breaking out laughing. He started
It's such a serious
I-
He says soldier taco. We were both crying.
Soldier
like,
taco.
They were on the floor rolling around. Laughing. It was amazing.
Any more questions?
I think, well, also, I think the hardest part was to have so many ideas in which ones to cut and which ones to keep. That was so bad. And also, us being a group together, we're really, I think we all agree that we're really creative, and some ideas can contradict each other. But I think we are all, well, I think we all agree that we're really happy with the outcome of that.
Nice, good. Bravo.
And also another thing that was kind of hard is that when we were trying to write down our own script, like for our lines, it was kind of hard because we each came up with something different than what we actually made for ourselves. So we had to squeeze in lines. For me, I had to make a whole different thing. And because of what she said, like me capturing her family.
I mean, making such beautiful monologues and putting so much effort in it just to get it like, oh, we're not doing that.
There's such a lot of creative process happening here.
Yeah.
And this idea that not everything you write is precious and needs to be kept to the the end. And what the real point of the whole thing is to make this all come together. And so there were a lot of strong personalities and a lot of very strong ideas. And we wrote monologues for different characters just as a starting point, right? And I was trying to say this is a writing exercise.
Oh no.
But we wanted it to be the end. This is the story. This is it. I'm sticking to it. It's locked in a box, and we can't get to it. And so there was quite a bit of struggle of being like, it was almost like bargaining. We all had to bargain with each other. We'll give you this, and you take this out. And some things were taken out, some things just had to stay. But we got to a story that finally followed something that made some sense.
I totally agree with Savannah. It was kind of hard sometimes because I had like this whole idea, like with the boyfriend and the girlfriend and stuff. We had to cut that out. I was thinking of like writing that down, but there was a boy, and then like having all kinds of ideas come, and then it's too late. You can't put that in, or we don't have enough time. You have to have like the patience and control to like disagree with them, which is kind of hard.
This was Tuesday and Wednesday. This is what I said. That's too much. It's too much. We don't have time. It's too much. Focus on this. Focus on this. It's too much. It's too much. And so we finally got there. But I love if we would have had just some more time. This would have been.
And I think the outcome with the time we're given is really, really outstanding. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And also, is thank you, Greg and Abby, for dealing with these creatively.
Oh, yay!
But you guys have long patience.
Really do.
Yeah, you don't those two.
And you guys do too, with the work that you put into this. I'm very proud of everybody in here for, it's tough. It's summer. You're here to kind of goof around, and we were like, we gotta get this done, and I'm like, oh! So, and just jumping into the games and the exercises, the acting exercises, everybody is quite an improver in here and quite silly. So, great work. Did anybody else have anything to say or any other questions?
I just had one more because I still didn't hear what favorite parts are, so I do want that. But how many of you would you consider yourself writers? Are any of you? Are any of you even tempted to take this story and make it bigger? Because seriously, it's a really smart story.
Yeah, I have a longer series than.
Yeah, me and Megan were thinking of putting our ideas together to make like a book.
I think that is brilliant. I seriously do. It's not done just because you just had one performance. Make it bigger.
The first book is going to be 7.
It's going to be like a 1,000-page novel. All right, I'm excited. Let us read it when it's done.
I've actually been writing books, and like one of them have like 49 pages already, so
So you've got a great start.
Nice, good.
Any more questions? Melissa?
How did you guys come up with the costume?
We made them. I think that was the favorite part.
The thing is, Gray and Abby, they brought in Greg and Abby. I don't know.
It's Greg with the G at the end. One thing at a time.
Which we can also say, pronounce your words with all the letters at the end.
Greg and Abby, they brought in a box full of like fabric, and they brought super glue. They brought hot glue, super glue. They used hot glue, and they used buttons, feathers, flowers, caps, and we also had we had paper that we would use for our hats. Hers, she had added extra stuff to make it taller.
We had to do a lot of MacGyvering.
That was awesome,
Yeah,
hat.
it was not difficult. I mean, it's interesting to see,
That was basically our
maybe a 7-year-old might just be like, I love this fabric because it's pretty. And they'll glue something on it. And it's like, but what does it have to do with your character? That didn't happen here. They just took the stuff and they went right into it. We just were like, maybe you need like an insignia, that's something. And they were just like, okay, here we go. And they just put these things together in an hour. Like, that's all it took.
So awesome.
Should we stand up and like turn around, like show them?
Fashion show?
Woohoo!
I turned it off.
Those are awesome.
Juicy. I'm sorry. Look out. Whoa, there. I was going to announce it. What happened to it?
you're doing it, you said just to keep it like this and walk out and change.
It's my
And
fault.
you changed it today. Your fault. You changed it today, and like did that when they stopped.
That was funny.
Which just goes to show the value of rehearsal and how many times you have to do it. If any little tiny thing that changes on you when you're out there can throw a performance off a lot. So yeah, so if you were a little unclear at the beginning why the baker was giving